The winter weather advisories are no longer in effect, but the icy conditions are still there. Which roads are the worst? Plus, how soon the power will be back on for those who lost it overnight and over the weekend, and how all of that rain and snow we got could affect our rising lake and river levels. It is clear right now, but we will have more winter weather headed our way. We'll let you know when to expect that right now on Daybreak. Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Daybreak. The worst of the storm has passed. We've been here tracking it for you all weekend, whether you're in Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, or the Lake Shore and more. And our team coverage continues now. We have Heather out on the roads for us. Emily's outside checking on the conditions, and we're going to start with Terry, who's in the tracking center. Terry, how are things going to shape up today?
Well, conditions will gradually be improving across the area today. Teresa, you can see visibility is already really improving in downtown Grand Rapids as that mixed bag of precipitation has come to an end. As we check out a little bit of a breeze, not much going on in terms of a wind field for today. Our Lake Macatawa view looking at over the Boatworks restaurant camera. And you can see not much going on this morning. Still a little bit of leftover very light flurry activity, especially in areas to the east and northeast of Grand Rapids, but really the big story is that conditions are quieting down. And even as you take a look here, we've got the satellite imagery interfaced with the Storm Track Live radar scan, and you can see we've got some holes in the clouds here, so a good indication that we will see at least partial sunshine today, and that's going to go a long way to really helping the salt and the other melter agents help to really thaw out a lot of the frozen slush and ice that is out there on area surfaces. As you can see, temperature-wise, readings to the north of Grand Rapids are down in the teens. It's 23 degrees in Grand Rapids and Battle Creek now, 24 in Kalamazoo, 25 in Sturgis, and without a whole lot of wind, we've got those feels-like readings in the teens and 20s today as well. So winds, gentle, probably most of the day, 5 to maybe 10 miles per hour out of the south-southeast, so conditions are really going to be quiet today. Any leftover very light precipitation this morning will come to an end. Watch for icy patches throughout the day, especially those areas that don't get the complement of any sunshine and have not been treated by any salt or melter chemicals, but those that have been treated will look at really improving conditions quickly today with highs in the 20s. We've got Emily Skydema outside. She's been monitoring this storm system all weekend. A lot of moisture with this one, Emily.
Yeah, a lot of moisture. We saw huge amounts of rainfall. This morning as you're getting out the door, the first thing you'll probably notice is that it's a lot colder. Kalamazoo has dropped 32 degrees in the past 24 hours, so a big difference. Also, as you're heading out, you're going to have to deal with things like this. A lot of ice, some snow on your cars. It took me a solid 15 minutes to chip off my car this morning, so a lot of people will be dealing with the same thing. We had the wintry weather yesterday, but we also just had a lot of rain for several areas. So here's a look at some of those rainfall reports. Battle Creek came in at 2.75 inches of rain. We had 2.52 inches in Albion. Portage had 2.39, 2.35 in Grand Junction, and Wayland had 2.24 inches. So really incredible amounts of rainfall, especially considering that in Grand Rapids for the whole month of January, we normally have about just around 2 inches of rainfall total. So a big difference there. It was a very moist day with all of those huge rainfall reports coming in. And actually in Grand Rapids, we broke a record. We had 2.02 inches of precipitation yesterday. That old record was 0.58 inches. So the record was small to begin with. That record was set in 2013, but still, we broke that record by nearly an inch and a half. That actually qualifies it as the second wettest January day on record. The first wettest January day, that was set on January 4th in 1993, where they had 2.15 inches. But still, we really weren't too far away from breaking that record and becoming the wettest January day on record. So coming up, Terry is going to talk a little bit more about a few more storm systems that could impact us this week. For now, in Grand Rapids, Emily Skydema, News 8.
Emily, thanks very much, and we want to show you what is happening out on the roads this morning because it did get cold enough overnight to freeze, as you mentioned, and Heather Walker has been driving around for us. What have you noticed out on the roads? Is it icy, Heather?
Well, you know, it's really not that bad. Roads aren't too bad. There is some ice out there, but it's still, yeah, you know, easy going. Take a look. This is what we're looking at right now. So you can see they're partially clear roads. Yeah, we've got a little bit of ice, a little bit of snow in places, but if you take it slow, and plan ahead. Give yourself some extra time before you head out the door. You're going to be okay. So that's the good news. I think everyone was really prepared for this. Of course, Storm Team 8 was warning us about this. I think the city and county workers were paying attention, and so these roads have been salted. They've been plowed for the most part. Of course, you got your side roads. They're going to be slick. You're going to have a little bit of snow, but not too bad. I think, as Emily was saying, the biggest issue you're going to be dealing with is prepping your car to hit the road. The ice on your car is probably going to be the biggest problem if you parked outside. So that's another issue you want to consider before heading out today. You want to take some time in order to let that all be able to chip off all the ice from your car. But other than that, take a look again at these roads. Not too bad. Of course, right now we're not dealing with any traffic, so we'll have to see how things change once these roads start filling up with cars. But we will keep you posted. For now, reporting live in Grand Rapids, Heather Walker, News 8.